that integrates with your lifestyle. Appointments can be scheduled at 509-935-6004. Prioritizing both your health and the well-being of your loved ones, New Health is committed to bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare since 1978.
KCHW thanks New Health for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Fired Up Pizza. Fired Up Pizza, located at 206 East Main Avenue in downtown Chewelah, offers craft beverages and brick oven fired pizza, including a variety of sandwiches, salads, pasta, and homemade soups. Featuring weekly events such as bingo, karaoke, and live music. Fired Up Pizza also has space for your private event and offers both in-house and off-site catering services. Open daily at 11:30 a.m. for lunch and dinner. For more information, visit their Facebook page or contact Fired Up Pizza at 509-936-9121. Fired Up Pizza is a proud supporter of public radio in Stevens County.
Your KCHW morning show made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chewelah. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
And by Chewelah Flooring.
Chewelah Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chewelah Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Dell Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at ChewelahFlooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at ChewelahFlooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
Good morning. It's a KCHW morning show. It is Friday, August 23rd. We are here in the studio with the lovely Paula Randall and Craig McQueen and myself, Chuck Ritchie. Good morning, everybody. How you doing?
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning. If you're watching on the feeds at home, you have to bear with me for just a second. I didn't get us reset from yesterday's show. This is our normal Friday show interface here, or I guess screen. And
there, I see. Okay.
I have a list of cameras that I'm trying to... Oh, there we go. You know what? See, I'm just a mess today. We were just talking about do we all look awake? Looking awake and being awake are two different things, right?
Mm-hmm. Still can't see Craig here.
Oh, you can't? Oh,
there we go.
Yeah,
okay.
There's a little delay. So
I was just thinking about the Good Morning song.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a Good Morning song? Did your parents torture you with a Good Morning song? Oh, Craig did. Look, the face. The face.
I was really thinking hard there. I don't remember that, but we definitely used to embarrass my nephew and my brothers when we would go on trips because we would sing in the car.
Right?
Yeah. Who needs a cassette when you got the McQueen family band in the car?
Exactly.
Right? Did you guys like have mini guitars and mandolins and stuff you traveled with?
No, we beatbox.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Or rhythmic, like that.
I could see your mom and dad in the front beatboxing while the kids jamming up in the back.
Right. Daniel, we always had full instruments. So, you lean back in your seat so you can adjust the instrument.
Mm-hmm.
And then, they play.
And then someone would smack you in the face with a guitar. And
No, he never did that. But we did have, there was basses and guitars and everything going on in the back seat. So it was always very interesting. And when we had the rig, we actually had the piano set up right behind the driver's seat. So he could sit back there and play the piano while I was driving the rig.
What?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Wait, was this like a large vehicle, I'm assuming, to have a piano
the
set up
RV, the rig, yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So it was a keyboard, a full-size keyboard, and Daniel had created a keyboard, like piano cover, so you could lift that up, and then he could sit there and play the piano. It was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, it was very cool.
For a second, I was picturing like a Subaru with a piano in the back.
Well, it's us. You never know. It's good. But no, I used to torture my children. I woke them up with a song.
Oh.
Yes. Do you want to hear the song?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to hear the song?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Ready? And you would think, how could this torture your children? I will explain.
There's so many delicious
right?
ways to torture your children.
I love it. Good morning, and how are you now? Good morning, it's time to get up. Good morning, the sun says hello. Good morning, it's time to get up. La da 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 da, la da 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 da. La da la da da da. La da 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 da. Right?
I don't know if I'd consider that torture. That was.
It gets louder
Oh,
and louder.
And there's no
and
snooze.
Louder. There's no snooze. Yeah.
Okay.
They're like smacking the table, like, come on,
Right.
please.
No, I've had cats thrown at me. I've had very.
Wow. I think growing up for us, it was more. In our house, being bagoed was a term. Bagoed. Yeah. It was,
Bagoed.
our dog's name was Maggie. She was a chocolate lab, and we called her Megabag or Maggie Baggy or Mago Bago.
Oh, you got doggy jumped.
And so my parents would, without any warning, of course you could hear him running down the stairs, would open the door and scream, "Get him, Bago!" And
Right.
the dog, of course, would be excited and jump all over me and
Right.
try to dig underneath me for treats that weren't there. So that was
That you know of, because I mean, any good responsible parent would hide treats in your covers.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
true. I think they may have a couple of times, but yeah. No, and it was part of her favorite part of the day too. She would
Right?
get excited.
So excited.
Because then it would lead to wrestling and wrapping her up in the blankets and trying
Yep.
to
Very good.
good dog stuff.
No horror stories from you?
Mm-mm.
No.
No. I was spoiled. I was the baby.
I understand. I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Now with our current dogs, we don't do that to our kids. I mean, just because our kids would be grumpy about it, maybe not. But a morning tradition for our dogs that they really love, and I've never seen a dog go this insane over anything in my life. When I make my coffee in the morning, I use a French press, and I throw yesterday's grounds. I add a little bit of water and I swirl it out, and then I pitch it out in the grass. Coffee's actually good for your grass. And the dogs will make the weirdest, loudest. It's kind of like a bark, kind of like a screech, kind of like a howl, and jump around and spin in circles.
They get their coffee fix.
And they go absolutely insane. I throw the coffee in a big arch over their head, over the fence, into the main yard, out of the dog yard. And then they just stop and say, "Okay," and walk inside. I'll come.
Chuck's neighbors, if you were wondering why you have that scent of coffee in the morning, now you know.
The scent of
the
coffee.
entire yard.
The scent of coffee and 3 dogs going. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's just my morning coffee routine.
That is awesome. That's awesome.
Helps wake you up. I think it's just because they enjoy the interaction. I'm not sure if it
Right.
has anything to do with the coffee.
I
But-
know. I don't know. There's something about the coffee making, because Daniel as well. The scent of the coffee wafting up the stairs, and then he saves the grounds as well. We save them for our compost pile. I should say our junk pile, because it's not composting yet. But yeah,
Nice.
yeah,
the
very
junk
cool.
pile.
Right? I know
Oh.
when we were kids, my dad used to wake us up with reveille.
Oh yeah.
He could whistle. Can your family whistle? I bet they can. The McQuains, I bet they can whistle.
No,
Well, yeah,
barely.
right.
Really?
I
It's
used
a
to be
skill.
able to kind of, halfway deep, like hold the tune, but yeah, you got to practice.
You have to practice.
Yeah,
It's like a
that's true.
skill. It's like a major skill. But yeah, he used to sing reveille. He used to whistle it, I should say. Right?
I always thought one of my skills as a kid that somehow I'd find a marketable use for it is I can whistle breathing out and then back in again almost seamlessly, back and forth.
Circular breathing. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And I can't do circular breathing with it like a didgeridoo. Not very well, but I used to be better at it than I am now. That takes practice to keep that up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But I always figured hoped someday as a kid that my whistling skills would be able to make me some money.
Right?
And they never have. And I never could get the you know, where you put your fingers in your mouth
Never
and
could
whistle.
do that one. Yeah.
Never been able to figure that out. But
Right. Well, I'm going to date myself. But you remember the professional whistler on the Johnny Carson show? He used to come on.
oh yeah, I do actually.
Right?
I
Wasn't
do.
he amazing?
He was.
Wow. Joe says good morning from paradise. Good morning,
Good
Joe.
morning, Joe.
Yes,
Good
you
morning.
are in paradise.
We miss you, Joe. Come home, Dad. For those of you that don't know, Joe is my honorary dad. He is in film projects. He's played my dad in almost all of them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why that keeps end up happening, but so much that he's just become my father.
He's just become your
So-
father, your honorarium father.
So make sure to get that room empty, Dad. I am coming to move home.
Oh, it's Heidi. Well, Heidi, you're just
Heidi.
messing with us.
Oh man.
All right. Well, he better be making a good breakfast. Tell him we're talking about him. And good morning, Heidi.
Good morning. So you were talking a little bit about we're having some extreme wind possibly
Yes.
today. I'm looking at the forecast. There is in the top big bold letters that say there is a marginal risk of severe weather today.
Right?
There is a wind advisory. This is happening from 2 p.m. until 8 p.m. today. The Weather Service recommends you execute a pre-planned activity identified in these following instructions. I probably didn't need to read that out loud. Let me read through this really quick.
He's speed reading everybody. Bear with him.
I am trying to.
Basically, high winds. Be careful.
Yeah.
If you have a high-profile vehicle and you're going on a drive, be aware that there'll be high winds and take
Yep.
necessary precautions.
There
if
you go.
you are in something that has an awning or you have stuff out in the yard, like all the wonderful garage sales,
Mm-hmm.
you might want to be mindful of that wind. Make sure you get everything packed away and put away.
Yep.
There's a wonderful garage sale going on right at the end of my street on Clay and something. She's got lots of baskets. I'm kind of hoping they get blown into my yard.
Oh.
They're really cool.
Wow, Paula. You
It's
guys,
on Clay and Stevens, and she's got like a beautiful. She is ready. She's ready.
You guys have you guys have your notice. Tie your stuff down. Hurricane Paula is coming to your yard sale.
I've been driving slow. She's like, "Who is that woman stalking my yard?" At least I didn't knock on her door at 7 a.m. Have you ever had a
Oh.
garage sale and had people do that?
You come early, and then or they come early
Or the
and
day
when-
before even, like, and try to buy everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
you're
they-
trying to
That's-
get set up, and like, oh, how much you gonna ask for that? Like, I don't know, I don't have it set up
Right?
yet.
And then they
That's-
count on the fact that you're distracted and frustrated to get that item at a discount price, right?
Yeah, they're like professional yard sailors.
Serious.
Yeah,
They have their
Yeah, they have their own yard sale at their house every weekend.
right, right.
And then they go like on Thursday and go buy everybody else's stuff before they can sell it on Friday.
so frustrating.
Not naming any names or anything, but no, I'm sure people, that's what they do for their side hustle or whatever.
It's like when you have an
I'm
event
sure.
or a party or something, people show up early.
Never
You
show
know,
up early.
You know, if you show up early, I'm putting you to work.
Exactly. You're setting
Like,
something
don't-
up. Yeah.
Don't expect to sit there and eat on the snacks and wait for us to get stuff ready. If you're here while things aren't happening yet,
Yep. You're setting up.
your butt's getting put to work.
Yep.
Those are the and I know a lot of people are, and I don't mean any offense, but the 15 minutes early is late.
Never.
People, no.
No, that's what I'm getting my last minute panic getting ready going
Please,
on.
please
right?
don't show up early.
show up
Please
right
don't.
at the moment, but don't show up early. Unless I've said yes, come early and help. But otherwise, yeah, that's that.
My
last
bandmate
minute.
Will is one of those 15 minutes early
Yeah.
guys.
I said 5. I meant 5. 5:15 is better than 4:45. to me.
Right.
I'd rather you be late than early,
Right?
personally.
Yeah. By 5:15, I'm starting to breathe.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's different. It's say you're meeting somebody up for coffee, and they can sit there for 15 minutes without you until you show up. That's fine. But you know.
I've never done that to you, Chuck.
Well, I mean, if you show up, if you say to meet at 5, and
Mm-hmm.
someone shows up at 4:45, and I show up at the 5 o'clock agreed upon time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's on me. Yeah, I agree.
Just I have had people like
Yeah.
be upset with me before because they're like, oh, what took you so long? I wasn't sure you were going to show up, and I'm like, well, it's 5.
Right.
We said 5.
I'm
like,
here at 5. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I got here at 4:45. Oh,
That's
good.
nice. Thank you for getting a table.
Good
right?
for you.
Yes. I did that to Catherine. I totally did that to Catherine. We agreed to meet at 9:30. I had 9 in my head. I got up early. I was out in front of the place that we were meeting. Like, they weren't even open yet. And I'm like, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? I was good and self-controlled, and I did not call her until 9:10.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are you? Are you here? I get the wrong place because maybe I got the wrong place because Catherine is never late, ever.
She is not ever
She
late.
is not ever late. And so I called her home phone. She didn't answer her cell phone, right? And she was like, we're meeting at 9:30. And I'm like, oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
But that's how it works. Like when you know that they're like serially or always early.
Yeah.
You get anxious when it's like they should be here by now and they're not here by now. But then if it's somebody who's just perpetually late, you're like, oh, they'll be here. It's like 50 minutes past. Well, maybe we should call them now. And then
You right?
So it's
Yeah.
like, just be punctual, people. You don't have to be like overly punctual, but
Yeah.
punctual is
I
good.
don't like making people wait. I like being on time, but
Yeah.
I'm usually just on time. Although a lot of times, always being just on time does lead to you being often late. So I get the 15 minutes early.
That's a great band name, Just On Time.
Just on time. Ooh, I love that.
I don't like it.
You don't?
I don't. Just on time is too hard to say. It doesn't flow.
It sounds like just in
on
time.
I'm
Just in
I'm
time.
with Craig
Just
on
in,
this.
No, no.
Just
Paula,
in time.
There
you
we
are
go.
outvoted.
I was outvoted.
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, you need to text anybody listening, make sure to message, and whether or not you like the band name Just in Time, because what Craig McQuain needs is another band.
Yep.
Just a
Right.
name. I just come up with names all the time. Same band, different name.
Same band, different name.
Different
I'm
gig,
loving
different
that,
name.
Right, exactly.
You could just do it.
Keep
and
them
start-
guessing, like, who's this new band? Oh, it's Craig again.
You could just start buying all the names, and you're buying all the domain names for those bands, and then like have a
Right?
reselling business. Like you come up with all the band names, have a list, and then you sell the domain name and the website name to those band names.
That's
See?
like a full-time job. You're going to
See?
have to get a lot
That's
of.
that's a business.
I don't know
right
if that's
there.
my calling, though, Chuck.
Right?
I mean, it's a good idea, but...
Yeah.
selling internet domains that you purchase. That was a
Just in
thing.
time.
Well, if you go around and you find all the bands that haven't actually claimed their domain name, and then you buy them, and then you hold on to them until they need it, and then they're going to get one that's like just a little different, but
Right.
but you have the actual.
have an underline.
That was actually a business for a while of going around, and before every business, just automatically had a website before you could open. You could go around, and it always felt kind of scammy and gross to me. But you would look up business names, and it took some work, it took some homework, and find out which ones didn't have a website. And then for
did you do this, Chuck?
no, I didn't. I looked into it, but I'm like, no, this feels really icky. like this is like a kind of a scammy thing to
I
do.
think it's kind of a scammy thing to
It
do.
was really bad.
Yeah.
So what they would do is they would purchase the domain names for these businesses that didn't have websites yet.
Yeah.
And based on the business that needed that domain name, they would raise the price. If it was like a chain grocery store that didn't have a website yet,
Right?
then they would jack up the price to thousands of dollars for this
Right.
domain
Pay
name.
us $2,000 and you can have the domain name.
Right.
Yeah.
So if it's like dollargeneral.com, they're going to charge $15,000, $20,000 for that domain name because that's the domain name that they're going to need, and
or they're going to want.
yeah, and it got for a while with some of these, so many people doing it that if you had any kind of domain name that or business that you thought might be, that someone had thought of, you had to pay a bunch of money for a domain name. I don't know what that doesn't seem to be a thing anymore.
I think it's what SMS forwarding, right? You can just check get a different domain that's spelled slightly different and then forward all the. I don't know. I'm
Anyway,
glad
so-
it's not a major thing anymore because that's awful.
Somehow, all of that conversation led from the weather.
Yes, and the wind.
that was coming. Remember that
Yes.
conversation?
Yes, and the good
Yeah.
morning songs.
Yeah. So button up your stuff in the yard and expect some wind today. We're
And
gonna
get
have
that domain.
Get that domain.
right.
Ooh, windy skies. Yeah.
Oh, and it's a Friday market today.
Ooh.
Oh, so there's gonna be a lot of people with tents, and
Flying
stuff.
kites, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, I hope some of those sourdough donuts make it to my house too.
Oh, well, you could.
They
you
were
could,
not there the other week.
You
That
could.
was
You could
horrifying.
come. You could come help today, and I'll buy you a donut.
Do you see that big smile on his face? Do you see that big smile on his face? Am I so cheap, Chuck? Am I so cheap?
I think
Yes,
you can see it
yes.
through the webcam. Oh, there it was. See it through the pop filter and everything. Donuts?
Oh goodness. Let's see. I heard someone bought a White House. Oh, okay. Yeah. Don't. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. And Mike Neal, yes, they are so good. I've never had anything so good as those sourdough donuts. So, yes, Heidi, Joe, I used to be a computer instructor for adults at a major company, and I was teaching them the hardware, right? All the architecture. And I also had to teach them the proprietary software that the company used, right? So that they could all go and provide support. So one of the last weeks of training would be them in front of a bank of computers where they could type, and then I would have a second monitor where I could see what they were doing, and everybody would be lined up. So imagine this glass-walled bank of 8, so 16 monitors, okay? And we're on break. You know, we're having a 15-minute break. We're waiting for students to come in. And somebody says, yes, go to whitehouse.com. And I'm thinking, sure, that's fine. Go to whitehouse.com. No problem.
Probably
you have
bad
never
idea.
heard somebody scream, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. Because, of course, everybody's logged on with my ID. You know, they're all in training.
Wow.
So I was like, oh, turn them off. And, of course, glass fronted, right? Anybody walking by could see, so they could see where we were in training. Oh, my gosh. Yeah, needless to say, I didn't leave that one down for a while.
I don't ever remember hearing about that. When was this in the early 2000s, late 90s?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was a thing. I mean, hopefully they have fixed it. I am not going to go online and check, Chuck. Not going to do it.
No.
Yeah, not going to happen.
Well, that's probably because the actual website is whitehouse.org.
Gov.
Or Gov. Yes, Gov.
Gov.
You're right. Gov.
Yeah, I can tell you it is Gov. Yes.
All right.
So, yeah, it's a bit surprising to go to the other one. Yeah, just saying.
We're not going to talk about the other one. Just go to the .gov. Yeah.
Yeah, just got Gov.
Wow. All right, let's
Greg is finally, he's with us now.
Let's run screaming from that conversation and get back into some weather here. So we're looking at a high today of 78 degrees. It's going to be cloudy skies, maybe some rain and showers this afternoon. Winds, those high winds reaching up to, I believe it said about to 30 to 40 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Showers earlier this evening, then 48 degrees for the low overnight. 70 degrees tomorrow
Gatorade,
for the high.
The world's most superior sports drink.
Did you go
Designed
to
to
a site, Chuck?
No, it is on the weather app.
Okay.
It was a pop-up ad on the weather app.
Just saying.
Man.
Saying
Stay
what I'm
hydrated, people.
saying.
That's right. That does not happen. All right. I don't remember where I was, so we'll just go to Saturday. 70 and 47 for Saturday. Mostly cloudy skies. 75 and 48 on Sunday. Those clouds sticking around a little bit. 79 and for a high, 54 for the low on Monday with partly cloudy skies. Down to 72 on Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Once again, 43 for the low. Sun's starting to come out back again on Wednesday with a high of 76 and 45. Next Thursday, we're getting back up into the 80s again. Temperatures starting to raise up a little bit for the foreseeable future in the high 80s and 90s.
Right, and I'm going to check the Apple app because mine is always different. Mine is always different, a little different.
I think they just guess.
Right?
You know the worst one? I've got this app on. I've got a smart TV, like a Roku TV, and it has as our screensaver. It has the week's weather forecast. You know, as the TV times out. It is so like. Are you reaching for my coffee?
What I do?
She's trying to steal my coffee. Wow. But everybody strap down stuff in your yard and strap down your coffee near Paula. Wow. I have you can have a sip if you want. That's go ahead. Go ahead. I'll share with you, but
no, it's not fun anymore. I'm all red.
We are undercaffeinated here on Friday mornings.
Undercaffeinated. John, save me. I tell him that every week. I'm like, John, I call your name, $3.95 coffee, to come and bring coffee.
I do have coffee over there
during the break.
Okay. Yeah. We'll get you fixed up.
Coffee.
I do have a connection as far as coffee goes.
Yes, and the Flowery
You
Trail
do.
coffee. Yes, Sally.
You do.
Yes.
Sally.
Which is all awesome.
Coffee. Well, on the Apple weather app, it actually says that on Saturday it's going to be 49 as a low and 64 as a high.
I saw that. That's what I was getting at with the TV app. It said the high was going to be like 57, so a little bit different than all the other ones.
Yes, see, I should not have interrupted you because that was relevant. It would have, led into supporting what I was going to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, the yesterday the forecast for tomorrow was going to be 66 for the high, so it's actually gone up on this particular forecast.
Right.
I believe, what is this? This is a weather channel that we use for ours.
Yeah, yeah.
So.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
So cooling off. Looks like we're going to get some rain. That's awesome. My corn, I discovered my corn had not been getting water. So
really?
It's looking brown and kind of desiccated. I'm kind of depressed because that was the last of my rainbow corn. So I think it's alive, but I don't know if we're going to get any ears. I don't know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've got a neighbor that grows corn every year, and every year he does such a good job with it.
Right.
And he makes it so neat and so tidy, and
so
he
perfect,
keeps it
right?
clean. Yeah.
It should have tasseled already. Ours is not tasseled yet.
Oh, man.
I know. I'm hoping. If I can get one ear out of this crop, I'll be happy. Because again, we planted all of the seeds from my rainbow corn.
You need a nice jaunty cabaret song to get those tassels going.
There you go. Yes.
Sorry. I don't know.
Craig's like, don't let her sing again. Stop!
I'm awake. I swear.
And so Mike's joining us today. Mike N. He said, so good. I think, what was he?
The sourdough donuts.
The sourdough donuts. That's
yes,
right.
at the farmer's market.
That's right. You did mention that. And Mike blew everybody's minds at Summerfest with his performance, singing. What song was it that he sang? Do you remember?
Mike, what song did you sing?
He can put it on there.
I could look it up. He did too.
But I remember being in the audience thinking, man, this guy needs to be, in Nashville recording albums. Yeah, really, really amazing singer.
He got together with his old bandmates last week too. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they got to get together. He's like, yeah, everybody's getting together. I actually did a little just side work for him last week.
Cool.
So
Cool.
That's cool.
yeah. Yeah, and I actually played basketball with his son this morning with my nephew Dakota and all the other hoopers,
Nice.
ballers, or whatever they call them these days.
Well, it sounds to me like we need to get a concert going up.
Right?
Yeah.
Not at 6 o'clock in the morning, though.
No. Although I do have some news yesterday, kind of last minute. I booked a concert here in the studio.
Nice.
Or the station, the theater. No, probably not in the studio here. September 7th. Kind of last minute, but it was a band called Matt Hopper and the Roman Candles. They've been a touring band around the U.S. and around the Pacific Northwest for about 25 years. For a while, they were based in Idaho. They're from Alaska, currently back in Alaska, coming down to do a tour of the Pacific Northwest. And they had a little room in their schedule, and they called us up and said, hey, we're going to be coming through there on September 7th.
Nice.
With an open Saturday in our schedule. Would you want us to come play at the radio station?
Oh, so what kind of music?
Sort of rock with sort of a mix of like a folky country vibe. High energy, mostly originals.
Nice.
Yeah, and
Very cool.
Matt Hopper was one of my very good friends in high school.
Oh,
so
fun.
I haven't seen him in probably 20 years, and it'll be fun.
Oh, how fun. So September 2nd, you said?
September 7th.
7th.
September 7th.
Oh, that'll be fun. All right, people can buy tickets, or how do we
We're going to get those tickets out next week, very soon, hopefully
I
Monday.
was going to say, you better, I'm looking at my watch.
You can send us a message now before we get the tickets out to reserve a ticket if you're
Yes.
interested in coming. You can go to, I believe, let's just Google Matt Hopper,
Okay.
like Hopper, like the frog, what the frog does,
Okay.
and the Roman Candles.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Craig's
put it
looking
in
them
my-
up.
I'm going to put it in my calendar.
Yeah, it'll be
Hooking
fun.
them up.
It'll be a lot of fun. Looking forward to it. We had been talking for a couple of months. He knew he was going to be touring, but family issues and
Right.
everything. He wasn't exactly sure of the dates, and then he remembered. Oh no, I never got back to Chuck with a date. So
Now he knows.
now he has.
September 7th. Nice. Okay.
We'll see if we can sell this place out in 2 weeks notice.
Right?
But that's
Gotta
okay.
talk about it. Yeah.
And he first mentioned the date to me, and I realized my first thing, of course, I looked at all the calendars, all the different versions of the community calendar, because around here, there's always something going on. That's like the one Saturday of the year. There is absolutely nothing on any calendar that I could find.
Wow, that must mean that we actually don't have things listed, but there's got to be stuff going on. There's always stuff going on.
You know what is going on that day?
What?
Matt Hopper and the Roman Candles are playing at the KCHW
That
Theater.
is so cool.
Yeah,
Okay, well, that's definitely what we're doing on Saturday, September 7th then. Okay.
So I've been excited about this, and I have seen him play in the past, but again, it's been many, many years since I've seen him and his band play. So very, very much looking forward to it. It's going to be a treat for everybody.
Don't forget to submit it to the chamber so that it's on the calendar. Because
I'm now following them.
Saturday is blank.
Oh, cool.
Saturday is blank. All right, we'll get that on there so that everybody can know. Matt Hopper's going to be here on September 7th.
They're like the perfect 4th of July band.
Right?
The Roman Candles.
Exactly, right?
Right.
All right, so since we're doing that, do you guys want to do some trivia or do you want to do local events? Maybe we should save those for after the break.
Yeah, let's do them after the break.
Yeah.
Let's do some trivia.
Yeah, let's save those for after the break. I'm going to go ahead and go down over here.
So Craig was saying earlier about music on car rides, right?
Yeah.
And we always sang in the car. And we have the best. Have you done the Sweetly Sing, I can't speak. Sweetly Sings a Donkey in the car?
I don't know if I have.
Do you not know this song?
You know, we were not a car singing family. We
Oh my goodness.
we in our household as a kid, we traveled in silence.
Wow.
Yeah, you know, once I got old enough to drive my own car and everything,
Yeah.
that changed. But my dad, my father is a retired police chief, worked in police for a long time, and he found noise in the car distracting, and he had become accustomed to his police work and needing quiet so he could hear the radio, he could hear calls, and didn't get distracted. So he noise was very strictly forbidden in our family vehicles as a child. No music.
Wow.
No bickering. No talking.
Oh no, we
Sit in
sang.
silence.
And we had the geography game, and we sang, and we did the rounds. Everybody in my family sang. We all grew up singing around the piano and the organ.
Yep.
So a favorite going down the highway at 55 because it was that time, right? Was Sweetly Sings a Donkey, and it was great, especially when passing other vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do you know this song?
I'm not familiar with that song, no.
You don't know this song?
I don't. Can you sing us a quick bar of it?
Well, you really have to get to the chorus because that's where the fun part is, right? Because it's okay. So it's a round, right? So people sing it over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
So Sweetly Sings Donkey at the break of day. If you not feed him, this is what it say. Hee-yaw, 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 hee-yaw. And you have to do this with your hands like this
While you're driving.
while you're driving, and you drive with your knees, and everybody in the car does that at different points. So at some point in the car, everybody is doing the hee-yaw sound with the ears and the hands like that.
Wow. You know what? I do know that song.
See?
Do you know why I know the song?
Probably because I've done it.
You have sung the song for me before. Actually, probably on a road trip with you. I believe it actually was.
Yes, see? And it's actually a lovely song. And when you get everybody singing it, the harmonies are quite lovely. But you can imagine how entertaining it is for the people behind you and to the left of you and ahead of you looking in the rearview mirror.
There you go. Hey, so
See?
I'm going to stay on topic here. On this topic, we're going to stay here. I have for us car song trivia.
Oh, perfect. Okay,
Yes.
I'm ready.
So these are most of these are questions about songs having to do with vehicles.
Okay, I might not be ready.
All right.
Are you ready?
All right.
I'm ready.
Okay, I need you. I need you.
I got my Google app out.
All right.
I'm ready. No,
He's
I'm just
ready.
kidding.
Okay.
I don't know if we're going to do the first one. Do you guys? I do not recognize this name. Do you know who Gino Vanelli is?
Nope.
No.
Gino Vanelli.
No.
Maybe listeners at home. We'll go ahead and do it, and maybe people can chime in on Facebook with the answer if they know it.
Gino Vanelli. Okay.
Gino Vanelli. I have no idea who that is. According to Gino Vanelli, where does a black car look better? The answers are in the park, in the shade, in the sun, on the beach, or on the highway. Park, shade, sun,
Black
beach, highway.
cars.
I'd say on the highway myself.
Are you Googling the answers?
I'm not good. I just wanted to know who he is.
She's over
I
there
see
Googling.
big hair. I see.
Yeah, he's-
The classic Keep on Walking. Nope, I have no idea what that is. Here are his songs. Oh, here's Black Cars, the song. He's a Canadian rock singer and songwriter who's had several hit songs in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
His best-known singles include People Gotta Move, I Just Want to Stop, Living Inside Myself, and Wild Horses. If you take out the punctuation, People Gotta Move because I Just Want to Stop Living Inside Myself.
Wild Horses. All right.
Okay. I think they look best on the beach. Contrast.
Okay.
And
I said on the highway.
yeah, Chuck said on the highway. Chuck.
So
Nah,
Sorry,
it's okay.
sorry.
so as we. Oh no! You know what I just realized? This is the problem with doing stuff on the fly.
No, there's no answers.
There's no answers.
Oh, I can look that up here. Black Cars.
So maybe what we'll have to do is do some of these, fill in the answers.
It's in
and
the
then,
lyrics, I'm sure.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
What is that?
They're doing construction at SETI's over there.
SETI's, yes.
Yeah, the walls were just rumbling a little bit here. It's exciting to see the work going on over there, though.
It is so exciting to see the work going on over
All right,
there.
In the shade.
Oh, in the shade. That wasn't even one of the options.
Yeah, it was.
In the shade, it
Yeah, it
was.
was the
Yeah,
second one.
It was the second option. Yep.
Oh.
All right, and this one we can probably get this one because we've heard of these guys. What type of car do the Beach Boys sing about in Fun, Fun, Fun? Fun, fun, fun. Till
Gotta be
Daddy
a
took
Beatle-
the blank away.
Daddy took the something away, right?
T-Bird?
That is a T-bird.
There you go. Thank
That is a
you.
T-bird, in fact. Yep. Okay. So the lyrics, beep, 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 yeah, came from what Beatles song? That would be Blue Jay Way, Drive My Car, Penny Lane, Slow Down, or Ticket to Ride.
Drive My Car.
Beatles. Beat.
That one I know is correct. Wasn't
Yep.
wasn't Ticket
It's
to
in there
Ride?
already.
Wasn't that the Monkees?
No, that's a Beatles song.
Beatles.
Was that Beatles? Okay.
Yeah, Beatles. Beep beep. Yeah, Drive My Car, sung by the Beatles.
Okay. I thought the Ticket to Ride though. I've got.
Yeah, it
wasn't
just
that a-
doesn't have the beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, no, I know that's not the right answer, but I thought that was
Right.
Monkeys. Okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
All right then.
All right,
Okay.
which of these is not part of a Little song title? That would be Coupe, Corvette, Honda, or Toyota. Little.
Honda.
Okay,
Who
we're
would
gonna.
sing about their Honda?
I know somebody actually that wrote a song about their Honda.
Wow.
Of course
Yeah.
you do. Oh my goodness.
I actually
Okay.
opened for his band a couple times. Yeah,
Oh, how fun.
Igor and the Red Elvises. Yeah,
Oh, I love that name.
I would
Yeah.
happily sing about my Volkswagen Eurovan, but I cannot imagine singing about my Honda.
yeah. It's kind of like Adam Sandler's ode to the car.
Oh, how funny. Okay.
So let's
Never
take
gets
a,
me very far.
let's take a guess and stick it in there. Are we going with Honda or
Well, it's
or
I'd
do
say
you-
Toyota. I've never heard one with Toyota.
Toyota seems like it'd be really hard to rhyme.
I don't know how we're gonna Google that and figure out the answer.
It
for
would
that
be
one.
obvious. I mean, there's got to be songs about little Corvettes, right?
I would think so.
Yeah. A little
Can't
Toyota
type
that.
without-
Of course, if you factor in country songs and all the other stuff, especially if it's a Toyota truck.
There's a Toyota
There's-
song.
Tons of Toyota songs.
Wow. Yeah.
Oh wow! So Toyota is not the answer.
Not the answer. Okay. Honda. I'm gonna look it up. Yeah, there are lots of Hondas. Okay,
Sing-
what was the other one? Corvette.
Singing about my Honda Civic. Corvette or Toyota?
Well, there's lots of songs about a Corvette.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna go with Toyota.
I thought we just said it.
Yeah, but we don't have the actual answer
We don't have
for
the
it.
actual
so-
answer.
Oh,
Oh, you don't have the answers either.
I don't have the
They
answers
all
either.
have songs about them. Weren't there four? There was.
Coupe, Corvette, Honda, or Toyota?
Let's do Coupe.
It's a little Deuce Coupe.
Mhm.
Little Deuce Coupe,
Yeah.
yeah. And
Yeah.
Bowie Coupe, and Little Deuce Coupe, and Coupe,
It's a
and
trick
Truck Coupe
question.
Burner. The trick question. And Cherry Cherry Coupe by the Beach Boys. Well, the Beach Boys did it a couple times.
They
Hop
must
in the Coupe,
they must have liked their coupe.
right? And then the B-52s, what was their song? Hop in the trunk, it's as big as well, it's about to set sail.
Love
I
Shack.
got me my Chrysler, seats about 20, so come on. And
And
bring
bring
your
your
jukebox
jukebox
money.
money.
The Love Shack is a little, oh, I'm muppeting out. Little to the sky, the Love Shack, baby.
Love Shack, baby, Love Shack.
Look at that. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack.
Talking about the Love Shack.
This is awesome.
we should just... Welcome to the Friday morning show. I now present to you.
I
Paula
didn't
and
sleep
Craig.
after
Take it away,
karaoke
guys.
last night. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. See?
We'll be back in an hour. All right. Next one here. This one is a true false. I clicked on Honda,
Okay.
or should I click on Toyota? And we'll find out the answers at the end of this.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. So James Bond is known for his fast cars.
Yes.
Again, true false question.
Sexy cars.
James Bond known for his fast cars, but author Ian Fleming also wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. True or false?
Let's see.
She's gonna Google it.
That's like one of my favorite movies of all time. Hi, Chitty, look, Chitty.
That sounds like a false to me.
I don't think I would be in. Who wrote, not sent? Paula.
And be careful on the air to enunciate that movie title. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Yes.
Wow.
Did he? Is it true?
It is true.
That's kind of awesome.
That is really cool.
Well, he wrote a lot of stories about espionage and war, and weren't they running from Nazis in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
It was never clearly defined, but they are running from bad guys who are trying to steal the car because they want to take it to like some Austrian or German king, some Prussian king.
Right.
Right? And he sings that wonderful song, right?
Mm-hmm.
The little Uchi Kuchi la da dum ba da 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 dum.
I don't know. I don't think I've seen that movie since I was a small child.
Oh, okay, you've seen it though. Okay.
Right. I've seen it many times, but it's been a long, long time. Of course, the great Angela Lansbury. All right, next question here. This
Carrie Gibbs says the quiz came without an answer. What a hook. It's okay, Carrie. I got you covered. We're looking up the answers. Not going to leave you hanging.
We're trying to cheat. I get as the host. I get to get in on the action too. I don't know these answers. All right, it's fun speculating
that's
though.
some iconic songs though. I love that when she's the truly scrumptious. My name is truly scrumptious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then the doll song. What was the doll song?
Mm.
Oh! The she's like, what do you see, you people gazing at me? Winding around on this music box that's wound by a key, right?
I don't remember that one. I'm so sorry. I do know there's lots of weird fan theories, and some not so much fan theories, but actual true bizarre twists to that movie that you don't realize until later when they're explained.
No, I'm gonna have to.
Something about the mechanism of turning the
Is this safe
the
to
knob
look up?
on the bedpost? Probably not during the show. That's
There's
just
no
in case.
turning the knob on the bedpost. That was bed knobs and broomsticks.
Oh,
that was Angela
you're,
Lansbury.
you're right. I was thinking of the wrong movie.
Yes.
I was
gonna say.
I do
Okay.
know Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, but
All
yeah,
right.
I was getting them confused.
Okay. Okay. We're ready.
Sorry,
for the next
everybody.
one. We're ready.
All right, next question.
Uh-huh.
I'll be the sun shining on you. Hey Cinderella, step in your shoe. Are lyrics from Behind the Wheel, Get Out of My Dreams, Get Into My Car, Life in the Fast Lane, Paradise by the Dashboard Light, or The Wanderer?
Say the line again.
I'll be the sun shining on you. Hey Cinderella, step in your shoe.
Apparently, it's Billy Ocean. Get out of my dreams.
Get into my car.
Get into my car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't recognize it on like the
Come on, give me the lyrics.
Meatloaf song. Definitely didn't have it in it.
No. Yeah. I had a pretty severe Meatloaf phase in early high school, late middle school, early high school. Man, I was a big Meatloaf fan there for a little while. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what's the score? Who's that lady coming down that road? Who's the lady? Who's the lady walking through my door? What's the score? I'll be the sun shining on you. Hey Cinderella, step in your shoe. You can tell when the lyricist is having difficulty like rhyming. I'll be your nonstop lover. Get it while you can. Your nonstop miracle. I'm your man. Right. Whenever you see these non sequitur kind of lyrics, you know it was a rhyming issue.
Yeah. They're just trying
Make
to
it force that meter, man.
There seems to be a lot of that in popular songs. They just clearly
Right.
kind of forcing it. Yep. All right.
Like "Come Together" by the Beatles.
Right.
it's.
So
Although you can throw rhyming completely out the window, like Queen's Bicycle. I mean, they were totally on something when they wrote that.
right.
Right? Right.
They were on the love of bicycling. It was about the health.
Bicycle. Will you ride the bicycle? Right? I'm like, is this really a song?
Right?
Well, and then like I like the trick where it's like everybody knows what word they were intending to say there, but instead they say a word that doesn't rhyme and doesn't. It makes sense, but it's not what what it's implied in the lyric.
I have to look it up now.
I just love that it always seems to be paired with fat bottom girls. I always bicycle and fat bottom girls, and I remember once there was actually a bicycle ride. I lived somewhere where they had a bicycle ride in honor of those two songs together. So it was like a fat bottom girl bicycle ride. Yeah.
Where's the lyric? I want to know.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I got the lyrics up, Craig.
Oh, not for that particular song. I'm just saying, like, just lyricist, for example.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So next song here, Mustang Blank is the title of Wilson Pickett's 1966 song.
Yeah. Is it Mustang
So
Valley?
it's Betty, Jenny, Mary, Sally, or Wendy.
Okay, wait. Say it again.
Betty,
Right.
Jenny, Mary, Sally, or Wendy. Mustang
Sally.
Mustang Sally. That's right. All right. Okay. We got 3 more questions, and then we get to the answers.
Okay.
Who wrote the song Pink Cadillac?
Ooh.
Who performed it? I know that I have the song in my head. I don't think any of the I don't think any of the people on this list actually performed it. Was it? Did
Bruce Springsteen is the one who wrote the original song.
Was it?
The Boss.
That's
boss
what it
himself.
Says.
Was that a Bruce Springsteen song?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I should know that. All right.
Apparently a woman sang it too. Ooh, Natalie Cole sang it.
Oh.
1987. Is Bruce Springsteen that old? Yeah, he is.
He was making hits in the early mid 80s.
Hey, just hold on. I'm having a moment here, okay?
A couple of Bruce Springsteen's biggest hits were actually Tom Waits covers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Jersey Girl and there's a couple other I can't remember off the top of my head. According to a song, what speed can Sammy Hagar not drive?
What speed?
55.
Yeah. He said, I can't drive
55.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, you're smoking.
There we go.
The Red Rocker, baby.
There you go. Okay.
All
Daniel
right.
might have known that too, huh?
You probably would have.
Probably would have. Okay.
Just needed a second to hear it.
And here's a song that recently had a big resurgence in popularity. I don't know if it's ever unpopular, but it really became like a hit again. Which of these songs is a song by Tracy Chapman? Backseat of my car, driving in my car, fast car, getaway got, or I'm in love with my car.
Fast car, right? Fast car.
Fast car,
Fast
yeah.
car. Exactly. All right, we're going to submit these answers and see how many we got right and how many we got wrong. I think
100%, because we are awesome.
Right. What did we say for the first one with Mr. Gino Vanelli? Because I think I clicked on just a random button. Because it's not on the beach.
Is that the car one?
Yeah.
I think we decided Toyota. We didn't
In the
like-
shade.
In the shade.
Oh, in the shade,
that's what it
yeah.
was.
Took me a second to recall.
All right. Fun was, in fact, a T-Bird. Beep, beep, yeah, was Drive My Car. The little song title was not... The correct answer is Toyota. There was Little Deuce Coupe, Little Red Corvette. Oh, that's right, Little Red Corvette, the Prince song. Yeah. And Little Honda by the Beach Boys, released in 1964, later covered by the Hondells.
Oh, how funny.
It's not about a car, it's about a Honda motorcycle.
Mm.
All right.
Which brings up the whole joke about the motorcycles and how they sound. Oh, come on, you guys you've had to have heard that, right?
Did they sound
right?
the different
Yeah.
motorcycles sound like the
Like
name
their
of the
name, yeah.
I remember that.
Right? That was part of the fun, is you had to come up, you had to like do the sound.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break. Thank our sponsors.
Right now, the
Listen-
song's in my head. I'm going to be
listen to a little
singing
news.
lyrics, Fast Car. You got a fast car. I want a ticket to anywhere. Maybe we can make a deal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We're gonna have a sing along during the break. If you guys want to join us, come on down to the studio.
So the Red Elvis' song is called "I Want My Honda Back."
I want my Honda back.
They're quite fun.
Oh, cool.
How
Cool. I
fun.
check that out.
Okay.
All right, everybody. We'll be right back. Thank you so much. This is KCHW 102.7.
This beat does not go with "You Got a Fast Car."
No, it doesn't.
The Public News Service Daily Newscast, August the 23rd, 2024. I'm Mike Clifford. Groups are warning now that an Idaho city's decision to declare itself a non-sanctuary city could have far-reaching implications. More from our Eric Tadoff.
The repercussions are still being felt from the decision by the city of Eagle near Boise in July. Sanctuary cities limit their cooperation with the federal government on immigration laws. The Eagle resolution says that the city will not provide services for people who are undocumented. This could be especially harmful for vulnerable community members, such as those who have experienced domestic violence or sexual abuse. Sarah Sheehan, a clinician with the Women's and Children's Alliance in Boise, says the resolution could prevent people from getting support.
It can create a lot of fear of seeking help from community services in non-sanctuary cities.
Eagle City Council passed the resolution on a consent agenda without public comment. It says the goal of the resolution is maintaining the safety, well-being, and resources of its residents. Critics are urging the council to rescind it.
And on a dirt road between the shrub-dotted hills of Arizona, Donald Trump used a stretch of wall and a pile of steel beams to draw a visual contrast between his approach to securing the border and that of Democratic opponent Vice President Kamala Harris. Trump brought along grieving mothers, a sheriff of a local county, and the head of the Border Patrol Union to echo his tough-on-the-border security message. The AP reports the visit was the fourth in a series of events held in battleground states this week to try to draw the focus away from the DNC celebration of the Harris presidential nomination in Chicago. Meantime, many Floridians online are expressing concern over the DeSantis administration's surprise proposal to add golf courses and lodges throughout the state's award-winning park system.
The initiative, which some argue could redefine Governor Ron DeSantis' conservation record, has ignited a firestorm of public backlash. The proposed changes include building a golf course at Jonathan Dickinson State Park and constructing park lodges with 350-room capacities at Anastasia and Topsail Hill Preserve State Parks. Audubon Florida Executive Director Julie Rathmel expressed concern over the proposal's content and the expedited timeline for public input.
Because it's happening so quickly, the announcement came out on Tuesday, and the public meetings available for comment are as quick as next Tuesday during the workday when many Floridians won't be able to attend.
With just 6 days to review the sweeping park plans, the Florida Department of Environmental Protection will hold simultaneous in-person only meetings across the state. All meetings are set for Tuesday from 3 to 4 p.m. I'm Tremel Gomes.
This is Public News Service. Next to California, where a bill just introduced in the Congress would raise public awareness of issues surrounding end of life, including palliative care and hospice.
The Compassionate Care Act would establish guidelines for advanced care planning between health providers and patients. Lisa Paul is a social worker from Torrance who guides families through hospice.
We live in a culture that is very avoidant of conversations on death and dying. And so public education around the importance of planning ahead will improve access so that everyday Americans know to ask for hospice and palliative care.
The bill would direct the government to develop education resources for providers, expand telehealth options, and facilitate a study on a national advanced care planning registry that would allow patients to transfer their advance directives from state to state. I'm Suzanne Potter.
A similar bill stalled in the House of Representatives in 2020 and never got a vote. And concern is growing over PFAS, otherwise known as forever chemicals, in fertilizers made from human waste.
It's called biosolid fertilizer, and it's a billion-dollar industry in the U.S. The substance is often cheaper than other chemicals, and it saves cities money by keeping sewage out of landfills. The problem is it smells really bad. Sandra Trewick is a donkey farmer in central Oklahoma.
It's something so horrific and so nauseating that it makes your eyes water. It gives you an instant headache. Some people just instantly throw up. It's next level horrible.
Trewick's also concerned about the chemicals sometimes found in biosolids, which have been shown to harm the environment and human health. More than 80% of Oklahoma's wastewater sludge ends up in crop fields. This story was produced with original reporting from Ben Felder with Investigate Midwest. I'm Will Walkie.
And finally, from Roz Brown, a scientist who says he found extreme plutonium contamination in Los Alamos.
Over a 20-year period ending in 1963, liquid and often radioactive waste was dumped down the canyon. 60 years later, Dr. Michael Ketterer, a professor emeritus of chemistry and biochemistry at Northern Arizona University, presented his contamination findings to Nuclear Watch New Mexico. He looked at water, soil, and plant samples and believes those living nearby should follow his lead.
New Mexicans, you guys can do this too. Your state needs a community instrument, not one run by the state or the locals or by DOE, one run by the community. You can do this too.
Ketterer says the instrument would provide those downstream updated contamination readings. I'm Roz Brown.
This is Mike Clifford. Thank you for wrapping up your week with Public News Service, member and listener supported. Hear us on great radio stations, your favorite podcast platform, and find our trust indicators at publicnewsservice.org.
It's 8:18.
And by Chihuahua Flooring.
Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuahua Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like National Flooring, Del Tile, Mannington, and Mohawk. They also offer blind repair. For more information, you can visit online at chihuahuaflooring.com, call 509-935-8021, or via email at chihuahuaflooring@gmail.com.
This is KCHW 102.7.
And good morning. Welcome back to the KCHW Morning Show. For the second half of our show, we're back again with Paula, Craig, and myself. And we spent the break kind of looking into Ukrainian, what would you...
Fun music, yeah.
What would you call it? I wouldn't call it punk. More of a ska sort of vibe. Ska.
Yeah, it's like they're kind of in the vein of like rockabilly, surf, folk music. It's
And what was the name of the band?
Igor and the Red Elvises.
Igor and the Red Elvises. Yeah, you might want to Google it because that was awesome.
So my dad has played them on his blues show quite a few times, just because he's such a big fan. I kind of turned him on to him, and he's went and saw him live and stuff. So yeah. They're great. They've came to Coeur d'Alene and Spokane, and we'll have to get them up in Stevens County.
I would love that. If we can get them to play here, I would fall over myself for that. 'Cause that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I wanted to start dancing just to watching the YouTube video.
Right.
And I love the effect, and I want to steal this of putting the webcam on the end of the guitar.
Isn't that great?
And having the shot, the sort of still shot of her face. Yeah, that was some good stuff. We've got. I'm trying to get some better camera work going for our shows in the future because we do broadcast those live. Having one little camera in the back by the sound booth like a fuzzy,
Yeah.
grainy sort of camera looking at the band playing on stage is. I'd like to do better than that. I like to.
I'd like you to do better than that too.
Get us some.
That would be awesome.
We were gonna do. We had everything set up for Chihuahua's Got Talent to have an actual. We had John Urasco in there doing camera work and everything, and right at the last minute, all the software crashed as the lights were going down.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so
Oh my
then it
gosh.
ended up being a quick. I just put the Facebook Live on my phone, and we had some problems with that, and then ended up phone overheated and wasn't even able
It
to
was
catch
hot,
the
yeah.
last few acts. Yeah, so
Yeah. Well, we have something to work towards.
but that's okay. Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yes.
We're gonna get there.
Do you know that there are lots of special days going on this weekend?
There are. Oh, is it for
Yes.
national holidays and special events?
Yes. So it is Buttered Corn Day,
Ooh.
right?
Oh, wow.
That sounds delicious.
That's every
Cuban
day.
Sandwich Day.
Cuban
Right?
sandwiches are one of my favorite things on the planet.
Drooling. Hug Your Sweetheart Day.
Mhm.
So, Daniel, if you're awake, I have to hug you.
Aw.
Twist my arm. It is the International Day for the Remembrance of the Slave Trade and its abolition. Very important remembrance.
It is.
I want to understand the Ride the Wind Day.
it's good-
Kites. We can get kites out.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
Were they going to have the wind warnings? That would be fun.
I'm trying to think. We have kites somewhere, but we so seldom get wind around here that.
You have to know where your kite. Like I have emergency kites in the car.
Oh, do you?
Well, you gotta have a kite.
You have a special pocket in the door for
Yes.
the kite pocket.
Yes, the kite. They come in like I have two little miniature kites that are super easy and they cram into a little bag, so it's always in the car.
Wow. We have a bin on
Gotta
our.
have your emergency kite.
Well, we have a chest in our front porch, like a seat that has like basketballs and
Mhm.
Christmas lights and outdoor stuff in there. And I think maybe we might have some kites in there.
You better check. They might be moldy. They've been in that front seat. Gotta
Well,
check
it's,
them out.
It's covered.
They might have coffee in them because you've been tossing your coffee.
This is in the front yard. Where,
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a kite, Craig?
I don't personally have a kite.
Oh my goodness! Somebody bring this man a kite.
Are there power lines in the park? Can we bring our kite today for the Friday market?
I can't remember. There's trees.
I do have a pop-up canopy. Those work pretty good at kites, as kites. If
Right.
you don't, attach them to something heavy.
What do you?
I'm just sorry.
She's-
My heart.
she's
Yeah,
had
it's
a
like
realization.
I don't like them when they turn into tumbleweeds. Yeah, that's not good.
What, the kites?
No, the pop-up canopies.
No. So
They can
you-
be brutal.
Right. So everybody knows that I have a love affair with Volkswagen Eurovans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel and I have had a Volkswagen Eurovan the entire length of our relationship. So we finally, earlier this year, we took our beloved princess, who we have driven back and forth across the country like literally 5 times, and has had grandchildren, kids. We've moved pianos. We've moved entire apartments, right? We love this van, over 300,000 miles. The transmission blew finally going over to the Olympic Peninsula, and because Volkswagens are no longer manufactured in America, it was held to get a new, rebuilt, good transmission for our Volkswagen. So somebody, I'm not saying where, is selling a Volkswagen Eurovan because I don't want anybody to get it, and he just reduced the price.
Ooh.
And so the notice came up that he reduced the price. I'm like, I mean, it's still more than we can afford, obviously, but just seeing that was like,
Oh.
right? Oh, he's actively texting me, and his first name is Daniel. I think these are all signs from the universe.
Oh, that was just as you were talking about it, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
I know.
Maybe I should.
All right,
put
we're starting to GoFundMe right now.
Okay.
Right?
I need
Yes,
to put this out to the
please.
universe. I still need a function. The radio station still needs a functional 4-wheel drive vehicle. We recently had I got a very inexpensive truck. Well, I did.
And it has to have the fuel pump replaced, right? Or
Turns out I couldn't get it to turn over. The assumption was that it had been sitting for so long that there was gunk in the engine. I pulled all the spark plugs out, put some PB blaster in the cylinders, got it to move a little bit, and it went ka-clunk. Moved it back the other way, it went ka-clunk. I pulled off the valve cover. A broken spring and some other various parts came tumbling out.
So it threw a rod or something.
I got into that. One of the spark plugs I pulled out was crushed, The tip of the spark plug was
Oh.
I got a borescope in that cylinder, and as we all know the mechanics of a cylinder with a piston inside, the first thing I saw was the side of the piston.
Uh-oh.
Looking down into the top of the cylinder.
Yeah, so it broke.
A bunch of chunks of steel and metal and.
Oh no!
So my new truck I got that I was excited about for running up to the tower.
It's a big paperweight.
My little mountain goat, I was going to call it, is
Big
has
paperweight.
definitely has a
How much is a
severely
great
blown
motor
engine.
for it? You think?
More effort than I'm willing to put
Okay,
into
okay.
replacing an engine, because it's not just the motor. Then you have
Everything else, yeah.
hoses and seals and lions and tigers and bears.
Oh my! Right,
Yeah,
I was
so-
right on cue with that. I'm over here like nodding my head like I know what all this stuff is, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not a car girl at all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like just nod my head. Oh yeah, this sounds bad. Lots of yeah. Oh, it sounds terrible.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm just.
You're like, I
commiserating.
like German engineering.
Well, you
Right?
gotta. It's never just the thing when you're dealing with engines. It's always
What did I do? Okay.
that's always half the expense. Half the expense is the stuff that you don't think about until you. Oh yeah, I need to replace this. So anyway,
Exactly.
that was my shock over the weekend. Was that this truck I got that I've been looking forward to getting running is not going to be running anytime soon or ever probably. But that's okay.
Well, I got 4 high and low and chains for all 4 tires, so doesn't mean it can get anywhere, but
Right.
Nice.
Right.
maybe get out of the ditch.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you
In a pinch.
Do you want to do the weekend? The special events for the weekend?
Yes, please.
Okay. I know we cut you off. Oh, you didn't even finish?
Finish
Did we-
what?
Oh, we got stuck on kites. That's
we
what
got
it
stuck
was.
on kites. We haven't
Ride
started.
the wind day.
Yes.
Ride the wind day. That is our new Friday format. Is ADHD sort of squirrel chases.
Definitely.
We're just chasing those squirrels.
I was just sitting here thinking, what is he saying again? Right?
I have no idea what I'm
hot
saying.
Flash. Having a hot flash. Okay. So Craig,
going.
lead us out. What's happening this weekend?
All
with the
right,
music
so
scene?
the Northern Lights Spotlight, we actually have about 30 members of that group that we started last week, so that was
Wow.
nice.
Very
and
cool.
we have had some contributors, some people that have put in some stuff. Of course, I put in my own events because, you know, that's just what I do. I'm playing tonight at the Jackson Street with Scary World, which is John Pitcher and I. Jacob Van Noe is actually going to open for us, which is awesome.
Very cool.
He's great.
a rapper, correct?
Well, he has Ray Northwest, who is a rapper that joins him. And
Okay,
they sing
okay.
some songs together. They sing in Jacob's more of a vocalist and a musician.
That's right.
He fronts a full band, but he does acoustic shows too.
Well, I
So-
believe him, and who's the other gentleman's name that he sings?
Ray Northwest.
Ray Northwest. I do believe they played a concert at the radio station right before COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're they play a lot of gigs. They're around, and actually before they open for us, they're going to be at Express Fest, which
Okay.
is I have the information here, which is at 4318 Tombstone Way in Springdale, and it starts at 2 p.m. and it's I think it's a whole day of music. Let me see what else we have here. There's some vendors. And different things happening in Springdale area today, which is excellent. Oh, it's the whole weekend, so it's the 23rd through the 25th.
Okay.
Yeah, that's very, very neat. And then on Saturday, I'm going to be heading down to Ritzville for Ritz Fest, which we've got Big Dog and the Howlers, Sidestep, Two Birds and One Stone. Just kidding.
Who are those guys?
Yeah.
Who are those guys?
2 stones and 1 bird.
I don't know that.
I
band.
messed it up that time. Let's see who else we got here. Andy Rumsey. There's going to be an open mic from 12 to 2, so that'll be the start of it. And that happens from noon to 10:30 at the Wheatland Fairgrounds Amphitheater. And there is a $10 admission. I believe family pass is $25 for 4 people.
And where? Tell us about that event again.
That's Ritz Fest.
Ritz Fest.
Yeah, in Ritzville, just a little ways away.
How far away is Ritzville?
Where is Ritzville? I know.
So it's usually like the first place you stop if you're going to Seattle from Spokane.
Okay,
It's usually
that's
the place you fuel up when you're heading through. It's before
Yes,
you get
yes,
to
yes.
Moses Lake.
Yep.
I think that turn is what takes you down to the Tri-Cities.
I think
Right there, that's where the...
Right.
I don't know what the highway name
know what that
is.
is now.
There's
Yeah.
there's a
Is
little,
that 395? Anyway.
You pull in. There's a little cannabis shop next to the gas station.
It's a wonderful cafe
And there's
there.
yeah, they've got
And they've got charging stations.
Yeah,
They do. Yep.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
where
I
we
think
charge.
last time I went there, they had recently remodeled their deli and started making. They really beefed up the offerings they serve.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, yeah. So
There's
I
like a
if
little
I'm thinking of the
restaurant.
same place.
Yeah, yeah.
It says Ritzville on the top of the roof, right?
Yeah.
Of the gas station.
And then across the street, there's like a, across the highway, there's like an animal park thing that I
Yeah.
see signs for that I never go to.
Don't they have the old metal like kids cars like made out of old like 50-gallon drums or something out front too?
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't remember those. But I remember the cannabis shop because the cannabis shop is right across from the charging stations.
Yeah.
And they have a bank of 2 or 3 charging stations that are, decent charging stations are good. And then the wonderful cafes where we spend time charging because we're in
Mhm.
the cafe having lunch.
And there's always for the 10 years we've been going there. It's always the same guy behind the counter.
Right.
Very nice guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Cool. Cool.
And then I've got let's from the people that posted on this thread. So what I'm going to do every week is on the Northern Lights Spotlight group, I'm going to put a post that just says post here to get, spotlighted on our broadcast on Friday. And so Vernetta Wright posted they're having it's Uncle Gary and Vernetta's birthday bash at the Logger in Colville.
Fun.
Oh.
And that's going to happen September 28th.
Okay.
Or sorry, I'm trying to see that. Let me blow this up so I can see it a little better. Every time I blow it up and then I go back, then I have to make sure I see all the comments because for some reason Facebook likes to not show everything that people commented.
Oh, that really bothers. There should be a setting because you can click down to say
just
all
won't
comments
save
or
the
most
setting.
comments.
Yeah, I
no, I
have to
hear ya.
every time I have to go
Every
back
single
to it.
time.
Why isn't all comments the default?
Oh, it's so
Like-
frustrating.
Yeah, and it's like it gets to choose what I see. I don't.
Or
Anyway, I'm
you
ranting
click
now.
on
But
more comments and then they all just disappear.
Yeah.
And it just goes.
Or
zoop, and
the
they'll,
more
like,
relevant, yeah.
Why?
drives me
Why
crazy.
would you want it? Why would I want it to disappear when I clicked on the button to see more comments?
I know.
People.
Yeah.
Speak,
Facebook.
preach into the choir. But
Zuckerberg.
yeah.
So yeah, come join us for Uncle Gary and Vernetta's birthday bash.
Yeah.
September
Sounds fun at the
28th.
Logger Tavern. Yeah, September 28th at 6 p.m. until we can't take no more.
There you go.
That
And
is
then
awesome.
she also said there's more to it too. She added a little note. Let me see if I can find that. Also, Wright Brothers' 50th anniversary will be honored by the Band of Brothers and names Bobby Ballard, Jimmy Cree, Gary Wright, Ben Wright, Bill Grum, and more. So it sounds like there's going to be lots of stuff happening that night at
Lots
the
of
Logger.
musicians, yeah.
Cool.
And I think I added this one. Midnight Run is playing the fourth Friday event in Colville, Heritage Court, from 5 to 8 p.m. Brad Lago.
The Express Fest. What is that?
That's the one that I talked about that's in Springdale. And that
fun.
starts today. Yeah.
Just sounds like coffee. Coffee.
Espresso. We like espresso. And then a group that people could follow as well is Stevens County Music Scene, and there's all kinds of people that contribute on there.
It's a very talented dog there on that page.
Yeah, and see, that's where I got that one there. Let
Nice.
me just check this other link that I put on there because I put links on there so that I would have something to find while I was,
On the radio,
Well,
live
and-
under pressure.
While you're
pressure,
looking,
yeah.
while you're looking that up, don't forget October 5th is Fall Fest coming up. We're currently putting together the lineup for that.
Very cool.
We're working with Craig.
Yeah, I'm
myself.
involved,
We're
yeah.
working with the Ski 49.
Nice.
Yeah, we're gonna put together a nice playlist. Maybe.
Oh my
Maybe you
gosh.
can get the Igor and the Red Draculas.
Ooh, that would be fun.
So when I get them booked around here, I'm usually looking at their calendar,
Right,
And
no.
so I can only find them like in a certain window. But yeah, and the
it would be
vampires, I like that. Yeah,
I just. I can't stop thinking about that. I love those guys.
Too fun.
Very cool stuff. Yeah.
Well,
I've been for 25, 30 years now. I've
Yeah.
been a big fan of Gogol Bordello.
Oh, fun.
Which I
You
was
share
telling
it,
Greg,
yeah.
is kind of has the same sort of that Gogol Bordello
Cool vibe thing. Yeah.
fun, goofy,
See the
fun
winds.
for fun's sake type band.
Yeah.
There seems to be a theme with like sort of that Ukrainian punk scene of it's just
They're fun.
yeah, they're a lot of
A
fun.
lot of fun music, a
Yeah.
lot of energy, a lot of visuals. They're very colorful. Yeah, no, a lot of fun. I have to go back to the whole October 5th thing, right? I mean, Fun Fest, I can't wait. There is a meme from Fall Fest.
Yeah.
Could be Fun Fest, Fall Fest.
Fun Fall Fest.
Fun Fall Fest. There we go. But there's a meme going around about October this year where Friday the 13th and
Right.
the moon is going to be full and it's going
Right.
to be a supermoon with an eclipse on Halloween. Oh my gosh, people. For the
No.
love of Pete, we get check your calendars. Stop sharing this meme. That was last year, Friday. There is no Friday the 13th. It is Sunday the 13th. There is an eclipse in October on the 2nd, and the
Okay.
full moon is on the 19th. Please check your calendar or tune into KCHW, where your local host will share this information with you so that you will not share that freaking meme one more time.
We'll just put together you can have a little fact check corner for all the
Thank
stuff
you.
you've seen wrong on the internet.
Yes. Oh, I'll be really busy.
You can take 5 minutes to say all of the wrong stuff on the internet and tell everybody what's
Right? Stop it. Right? Exactly. I'm going to take you up on that. I'm like, this is my 5 minutes. Everybody go get your coffee right now because it's my 5 minutes to rant. Okay.
Well, and just to finish up the Northern Light Spotlight, karaoke tonight at Fired Up Pizza in Chihuahua. That starts at 7, goes to 10. That's all ages karaoke with Cry. And then on Saturday, we've got karaoke at Cahoots up in Colville from 8 to midnight.
And
And,
then the
DJ
fire-
JD is putting that on. So
GJJD. I can't even say it.
DJ JD.
I can't even say it.
DJJD. Ooh, it's like a tongue twister.
Well, don't forget the Blues and Brews Jam.
I was going to say
on
the
Sunday.
Fired Up Blues.
Oh
Jam
yeah,
on
and don't forget on Sunday
Yeah.
when we're all exhausted from the weekend, we
I-
get down there and we
Right.
shred.
I tell you, Daniel has his bass and his trombone packed like at 2. He's like got it by the door. And then he has to like figure out how to escape the house.
You know what was awesome is last week. I don't normally bring the bells and whistles, but I was like, I'll bring the bells and whistles. So I bring my headset and I bring my electric guitar, which I don't play very often, but anyway. And so Daniel and I are cutting heads and having a great time, and he keeps getting applause, and I'm just like, yeah, Daniel, I was getting it. Well, I'm just kidding. But it was funny because at the end, people came up to me and like, you were on fire. I've never seen you. And I'm like going, well, I don't always play electric guitar. I'm usually just kind of sitting back playing my acoustic. Yeah, I get a lead in here and there. But when I have an electric guitar, I have headroom, so I can just go way above, if I need to.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a real fun jam last week. So.
And you could turn the amp up and just be louder than everybody else.
Well, and Don Chilcott, he's the guitar player in the Dinosaurs, and he's just phenomenal. I mean, like he can just run up and down the neck, do all kinds of things, and he's like looking at my amp. He's like going, "So that's a Mesa Boogie." I've never heard one that wasn't like, too loud. You know what I mean? He's just saying like, "Hey, make sure not to crank that thing up." And it's like I had my button, so I'd keep the button off for a while, but as soon as my lead went, I'd hit that thing, and it was just like, it's like nuclear at that point. It's so much fun.
Nice.
Oh, how fun!
Nice. All right, so you want to let's do. You know what we need to do?
Birthdays and anniversaries.
Local birthdays, yeah. So on our Chihuahua Valley Lions Club calendar, we have for the 23rd, Nora Arnold, Parker Washington, and John Lincoln. Again, tiny little writing. I can't tell if it's Thomberg or Thornburg. I can't tell if it's an RN or an M. So either way, apologize if I got it wrong. I got it right one way or the other.
Right?
Happy birthday. And then Steve and Lene Lane have an anniversary today.
Happy anniversary, Steve and Elaine.
Anniversary.
There you go. Do you want
Right?
to, there's some celebrity birthdays too. You want to go through some celebrity birthdays?
Sure.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Happy day. Happy birthday. Yay. Okay. So we have some really interesting birthdays today. We have Barbara Eden from I Dream of Jeannie is 93.
Wow.
93.
Wow.
Right?
She was one of my earliest crushes as a kid.
Right. I think most young boys, right?
Watching the old
I Dream of Jeannie.
Even by that time it was the old
What's
black
that
and white
Christina
reruns.
Aguilera song? No, I'm just kidding.
Too fun. Right? And then this one, because you think about it, he always looked like he was the older one on this show. Richard Sanders, Les Nessman on WKRP in Cincinnati is 84.
Of course, his most memorable quote.
I didn't know they couldn't fly.
Yeah, as God is my witness, I thought turkeys could fly.
Oh gosh.
Can I go on a tangent?
Yeah. Go for
Okay.
it.
So UHF. You ever seen that
Oh,
Weird Al
yeah, the Weird Al
Yankovic's
movie?
movie? Yeah.
Yeah.
Today we're gonna teach poodles how to fly. Sorry. It's a classic.
Oh,
Cult
it
classic
totally-
movie.
Right?
Daniel had to subject that to Xander recently.
That was one of those I had to sneak down in the basement and watch on the little small basement TV as a kid because my dad was like, "Turn that garbage off. We're not in my house."
Beverly Hillbillies. Right? Oh my gosh.
Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah, I had to walk away. I'm like, you guys have fun. You have your male bonding. I'm gonna leave. Bye.
It's just outrageous. I haven't actually. I need to watch the biopic. I guess
That's
it's
like
a parody of his life, right?
That's like the fourth time that UHF movie has come up in a conversation in
It's
like the
a
last 3 weeks. I
sign.
should watch that.
Yeah, you need to watch it. There's some message there for you.
I know when your
Check.
dad first watched the biopic, the Weird Al biopic.
Yeah, you couldn't get him to talk about anything else.
No,
Funny.
he talked about it for like an hour on the radio.
It's like a free ad.
I think because it was last summer during the Friday market, and I was doing a live interview, and he happened to be walking by, or doing a live feed from the market, and got him on the air, and I think he plopped down at the market, grabbed the microphone, and started talking about that Weird Al biopic.
Oh, how funny.
It's like people come up to me and I always ask, since I'm a musician, like who's the best, like live? Who's the best person you've ever seen live? And I like without hesitation, Weird Al Yankovic.
Tina Turner.
I'm just like Weird Al Yankovic.
Tina Turner.
Yeah, I bet. I mean, Tina Turner. I haven't seen her live. So.
I'd imagine they're close.
Tina Turner.
I'd imagine they're close. Tina Turner.
Oh my gosh, she had to be my age now when I saw her perform. And she had those little teeny boppers up there. I was in Houston. I was on the green. So, got to sit in the lawn, and she's up there and larger than life and close enough to really like see her, right? Not in the sweat zone, but close enough, right? And those little teeny boppers are dancing with her. And she was out dancing them. They couldn't keep up. And she's like doing her thing. And I was just like, my jaw was open the entire time.
Yeah, that
she
girl
was
can move, yeah.
phenomenal.
Wow.
An amazing performer. So, yeah, Tina Turner.
I would have to say I saw Natalie Merchant once in concert, and that was amazing. It was an ethereal experience. It was pretty great. I think the weirdest, most unexpected concert I ever went to was in the 90s in high school. I went to a Marilyn Manson concert.
Wow.
And I was expecting it. At the time I was really into metal, and I was into the mosh pits and stuff. And this concert was shoulder to shoulder packed. It could have been really bad,
Right.
really dangerous, but nobody moved the entire concert.
Because their jaws are just holding them to the floor.
Everybody just
shocked.
stood there in shock, staring. Nobody did anything. And that was a concert, at the time, the 90s, there were protests to get the concert stopped. Someone had thrown battery acid on the front door to try to keep the concert from opening. There was a local church group that had actually bought hundreds of tickets just to keep people from going. But then they posted publicly the number of tickets that they had bought. So the concert venue released that many more tickets for sale because the show was sold out and ended up making a little more money.
Oh, how funny.
And then
shows you church people that bought those tickets.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything bad about the church people. I just thought it was a funny story. But then the mayor of Anchorage actually came in physically himself and started unplugging stuff. The show got canceled early.
Wow.
Because he, deemed it. There was nothing inappropriate that happened. It was the same stuff they play on the radio.
Right.
Stage makeup, theatrics, fake blood. None of it was real.
How do you know, Chuck?
I know, right?
How do you know?
But yeah, he actually came in and started unplugging the equipment while the band was playing in the middle of the song.
Wow.
He started pulling cords.
You just had our mayor in here. He wouldn't do something so uncool.
No.
Our mayor's cool.
Imagine if there was a Gwar concert or something.
Right? He might do it then. But no, he's cool. Did he have his hat on? I didn't watch the podcast.
He didn't. I know, right? Oh, no,
I'd wear my hat, but you can't really do headphones with. I need to bring my in-ears in. I'll bring my in-ears and get that set up.
That topic was discussed, though. him
good,
not
okay.
wearing his hat during the show.
Okay,
I
good.
told him we could cut holes in it so we could put the headphones.
He probably
underneath.
like shot daggers at you. But,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that was.
I would
that was
wince a
quick
little
no.
bit at that. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna cut that hat up.
Yeah, I think we could buy several pairs of much better headphones than the ones you have
Right,
on your
for the
ears right
cost of
now
that
for the
hat,
cost
yeah.
of that hat. Yeah.
Well, they probably have ones that go up from underneath.
I was
too.
going to say, we can
Yeah.
put them reverse headphones. They can be like, under the hat, like behind the head.
But we are going to have a mayor's moment every third Wednesday now from now on. So he'll be here, and he has
fun.
promised to wear the hat in the future.
Oh, good. Okay.
Nice.
So what does his head look like without the hat? I don't think I've ever seen it.
Oh, it looks like his head. There's hair.
Is there hair?
There's hair.
I'm sure there's
Okay.
pictures of him. I mean,
I'll bring him up.
Oh yeah.
I want to see a picture of our mayor without his hat.
He is beautifully coiffed. I will say that.
I would
Yeah.
expect that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, he's a very well dressed, beautiful man.
He
So I would
very
expect
very
that.
much
Yeah.
is.
Okay.
Very much is.
All right. What else were we doing? Oh, birthdays.
Yeah, celebrity birthdays. Where did we leave off? We left off with Les Nessman.
Les Nessman. Somehow that got connected with.
The mayor's hat.
Okay, that was when he was like 20.
No, that's not that long ago.
Let me see. Have
Have you seen this? Look at this man. He looks like he's in his 20s.
No, that's a fairly recent picture of him and
him
and
Jana. Yeah.
No way. Mm-hmm. Wow, our
They
mayor
find
is
they
hot.
find they find the they found the fountain of youth, didn't they?
They did. Dang.
They're such great people.
We have a handsome mayor. This town is so cool.
Okay. Every politician has people that have something to say, but regardless, he does bring an energy to the office that's been much needed, and the mayor's office here is very easy to work with.
Mm-hmm.
You can come in with your ideas, and they're very receptive.
Except they won't give you his hat.
No, he won't, and
Yeah.
I've tried, and he
Yeah.
won't let. Yeah.
Yeah, no, very
It's a hard
good.
hat to wear.
Yeah, it is.
Mhm.
It is, and,
Yeah.
and like I was gonna have Richard wear it in the play, and he had to have a straw hat. He just could not. He couldn't held that black hat. He just couldn't do it. So he's got a straw hat instead. But it was inspired by the mayor. So, all right. So back to birthdays and our awesome mayor. Thank you for everything. But back to birthdays. So you want to do this one, Craig?
Shelley Long from Cheers and the Money Pit is 75.
Another great movie, The Money Pit.
Oh yeah, Tom Hanks movie.
Right?
Rick Springfield is 75.
Just freaking me out.
Musician, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay Moore.
Jesse's grandma.
Right?
Jay Moore, Last Comic Standing, and Jerry Maguire is 41.
That's not too scary.
Not too scary.
Uh-uh.
How about the next one?
Ray
Paul.
Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace and Solo, a Star Wars story, is 50.
50.
Which character is he? Is he Darth Maul? Or
Darth Maul.
Darth Maul was
Yeah.
Darth Maul in the Solo?
I think
Star
he'd be
Wars
young
story?
Darth Maul when he first gets started, right?
Okay. Did he have the face paint? Or was the facial thing? Was that his race? Was he because he was an alien?
I'm
Was that
guessing
from
so,
his
yeah.
Species? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to brush up
I
on my Star
don't
Wars
know.
stuff.
Okay, for anybody out there who's listening who's a Star Wars geek, can you please let us know
Mhm.
if Darth Maul, if that was his face and his skin coloring, or if that was just like some tribal makeup going on there?
Because you've never seen another character that looks like him. Maybe
Mhm.
in some stuff that I haven't seen, animated stuff. I don't know.
I'm doing the old Google.
There you
Your
go.
keyboard is different than mine though, so I'm like having trouble.
Oh, Scott Conn. Is it Can or Con? Scott Conn, because that's James Conn's son, right? I believe.
Conn, yeah.
Yeah,
that sounds right.
From Hawaii Five-0, he's 48, and Joanne Froggatt from Downton Abbey. Did you watch Downton Abbey?
I didn't.
Ooh. Okay,
Ooh.
here's the answer to the Darth Maul story. You ready?
Okay.
How should we do this? What do you want? Do you want British? Do you want news? How should we read this? Give me a character.
Tell me however you want to tell me.
Ewok.
Ewok?
Ewok.
I don't think they actually spoke English.
They
Though.
didn't say anything.
No,
They just
not
made
really.
little beep noises.
Yeah, right. Do,
Right?
No, that's different. That's like the Sand People or
That
whatever.
was the Sand People.
And that was from
Yeah,
That was
Mel Brooks.
Spaceball.
Yeah, Mel Brooks' interpretation of how they
Like
talk.
the rest of his kin, Maul was subjected shortly after birth to an initiation ritual during which he was immersed in a magic oily bath and covered head to toe in black and red tattoos. Later stripped of his black knight brother markings, Maul was left solely red-skinned. Dun dun dun. There it is.
There you go. Wasn't he black with the red tattoos, or black with red spots?
He was red, obviously, with black spots, and then he removed them, so he's just red. Looks like a very sunburned lobster. Poor man.
Maybe I'm misremembering
Right
that.
before he got killed by Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How he earned his Jedi-ness.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's final step.
Oh yeah.
No wonder there aren't any Sith warriors. Jedi, to get their Jedi marking, have to kill a Sith. I mean, hello. Jeez. Okay.
I do know it because Tuesday was it Tuesday? No, it was Monday. Was Talk Like Jar Jar Binks Day.
No.
National. Yes, it was.
Oh no!
Yes,
Stop!
it was.
I'm gonna throw my coffee at him. Everybody, throwing my coffee at him. Okay.
Isn't Jar Jar the most disliked character
In the history of all time.
Pretty much one of the most disliked characters of anything from all time.
Just because he's so annoying, right?
So annoying.
But George Lucas caved to the pressure of the public and lessened his involvement in the future. You know, the second movie. You know, episode 2, and then episode
you got to
3
know
was
how to
pretty much minimized.
sidestep a little bit.
But if he would have stuck to his guns, I think it would have been genius, because the true story, the intended story behind Jar Jar
He becomes
Binks,
a hero, I'm sure.
No, was that he was secretly a Sith Lord. He was evil, and he was the head of the.
So he's really good at the psychology and getting people really irritated, and then all of a sudden he's the dark side master.
But if you look at some of the first movie and the fight scenes, especially in the Clone Wars and all that, or was it the Drone War, the Clone War? Anyway,
he's a hot mess, right?
He was the drunken master. You know, he was clumsy, and somehow he kicked everybody's butt.
Right.
Just like the drunken master. Nobody took him seriously, and he stumbled his way through victory after victory after victory because he was secretly a Sith Lord.
I think that's giving him way
essentially
too much
a Jedi
credit.
master.
Oh no, I don't.
And that he was secretly.
Man, that is just a crazy turn, though.
He had infiltrated.
Right?
He had infiltrated, the resistance to sort of be the inside guy, and was running the entire.
Then that insinuates that all those underwater people then were Sith people, Sith followers, because they were. I mean, how could they? But the continuity of that doesn't work. Because how did he get trained? Where did he find his Sith master?
He was ostracized from his community. Remember, he was.
But for a week. I mean, how long was he ostracized? Obviously, they had just seen him because they came back. Oh, Jar Jar, this some bad business. I mean, he'd just been there, obviously. So what was he doing? Like coming back into his little underground water pipe and I'm harassing you. Ha ha ha! I mean, it just come on.
Yeah. It's all part of the cover story.
Right? And so why didn't one of those giant fish get him, right? Those giant
Because he could
center
fight
of
him
the
off
planet.
because he was a Sith Lord.
Oh no.
I think it would have added some interest to an otherwise hateable character.
We could argue about this for hours.
Yeah.
I can't. But Craig is over here nodding. Yeah, I can see that.
As he was left in the story, yes, hateable, obnoxious, annoying.
Oh, so bad. No character, badly realized character, really, really bad.
No positive influence in the story.
Really
but
bad
if he
character.
would have gone, that was supposed to be the original movie, was supposed to set the tone that he's a bumbling idiot, and then in the second movie, which he kind of does a little bit, all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, why is Jar Jar Binks such
senator.
an efficient fighter? And then by the third movie, which
when
was
does
when
he fight? He doesn't fight though.
He does a lot.
Yeah, he's in the fights, but he's out in the first one. It's just
So the Phantom Menace, he's falling over, and the Jedi have to rescue him, and they have to push him down so he doesn't get squashed by the robot jet plane, right? And then he takes him down into his underwater thing. And then in the next movie, he's taking over for Leia. He's taking over the Senate. He's the one that gives them the permission to have the clone army and to give the the prime minister special powers because they insinuate strongly that somebody needs to be brave enough, and if only Senator Palpatine was here, and in her absence, who can do it? And then there was that meaningful look with Jar Jar where he's like, oh, I should be brave. Come on. I mean, he's not a Sith Lord.
So the choice was Palpatine or Jar Jar?
No, the choice was who
You're
would
making
bring
my
it.
you're making my case here.
No,
More and
who
more.
was gonna bring to the Senate the idea of a clone army? If only somebody were brave enough to bring up to the council, to the Senate, that Senator Palpatine, Prime Minister, whatever they called it, right? What was his title once he became the head dude?
Emperor?
No, before he became emperor, when there was still a Senate.
I think he was senator, wasn't he?
Was it still senator?
Senate Majority Leader?
Whatever it was. Anyway, yeah, but he was like, somebody had to grant special powers. My brain is hurting. I can't even.
Yeah.
Jar Jar, no, he's muy bad, right?
Jar Jar
yeah.
was a secret evil leader.
Can't do it. Nope.
And it got cut from the storyline because people hated him so much that they couldn't finish the story.
It's like putting
a Muppet that's like
in Star
amazing
Wars.
though that they created a character that was that disliked.
Right.
But I mean, it just kind of seems like, oh, that would be quite a twist.
But the original point was
you already hate him anyway,
Yeah.
and then like for him to turn into a Sith Lord.
But
it's
he's
like,
not okay. So Star Wars already had the Muppets, right? But he was just like, no, just no. I can't. No.
Watch it again, you'll see it.
No.
You'll see it. They completely went away from the storyline by the third movie. By the second movie, they had kind of reacted to the reaction from the first movie and had lessened that because they had already intended to not go that direction.
That shows the the ability of George Lucas to just kind of go with the popular vision of and like not going away from his own vision and kind of going like, well, maybe they let's give them what they want.
But imagine the tone of the movies; they would have been completely different because those first
sure.
three movies, the episode 1, 2, and 3 sucked. They
Yeah,
were
but
awful.
see-
and it wasn't just because of Jar Jar Binks.
It was mostly because of Jar Jar Binks. But yeah, and then the weird direction on don't have any emotion, right? Except for the Luke, the father of the Skywalker. What was his name?
Anakin.
Thank you, Anakin.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
drawing a blank. Right? Nobody was supposed to demonstrate any emotion except for Anakin, and so they were directed to be totally.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was just stupid. It was poor choices because then you're like, why isn't anybody acting? Oh no. Okay, and girls, people, these are warning signs. If your significant other comes back and says, "I killed everybody, the men, the women, the children, the dogs," you don't go.
I'm out.
You don't go, "Oh, honey, oh, it sounds like you're really upset.
You've had a rough day."
Yeah, you walk away. You don't marry them and have children. You're like, okay, I'm going to go and get some water, and then you book it out of there. You leave the situation immediately.
I'm going to go anywhere else.
Anywhere else.
What is that noise?
What is he doing? Oh, he's crinkling his water
Oh,
live
I
on
was
air.
like,
It sounded
what is
like,
that?
right? World is ending, man. Okay, now that we have completely gone away from all
We
celebrity
have.
birthdays. Oh, here's a comment. Carrie says, I never saw it. Okay, we have to have a movie night in the park then. When anyone talks about that movie or TV stars, it's over your head. I guess they did. That may explain why I did not. Hold on, see more. Ooh, The Hated Name. I later found out people watched. Yeah, he had a couple TV shows.
Mm-hmm.
And he was awful in all of them.
I did watch The Apprentice when it was on.
Did you?
And one of the things that really, really bothered me was he's supposed to be, and this is a time long before he ever got into politics. He would, for one, make decisions based on his own, his relationships with the contestants, and not based on the. There were people that won the challenges, and he would give the win to someone else because he liked them better.
Yeah.
And not based. They'd go through all this stuff and go through these challenges. Like when the championship, the challenge, there was Penn Jillette from Penn and Teller, and Trace Adkins. Well, Penn Jillette, in the meantime, because they film everything ahead of time, and then there's a big break, and they do the final episode live, or in real time. And in that time, that was about when he was starting to maybe announce his entrance into
Positions and
politics.
stuff,
And
yeah.
they interviewed Penn about it, and Penn's like, I wouldn't vote for the guy. I know him. I would call him a friend, but I would never vote for him. I wouldn't want him running our country. And that became public, and Trump got really upset about that. Even though Penn won the final challenge, it was an ice cream challenge. He sold the most ice cream. He declared Trace Atkins the winner of the show because of the stuff that Penn had said off the air, in an interview.
Yeah.
And he would do these things during the show the whole time because, the famous "you're fired." We're all watching what happens, and it's very clear Trump had absolutely no interest or communication with any of the crew
On what
or
was happening,
anything because
yeah.
he would make his decisions based on the spur of the moment thing, and all this stuff would happen that we'd see, and he didn't factor any of it into any of his decisions because he obviously had no idea what was going on.
Well, suffice to say, it was not a successful show.
It was a successful show.
Didn't meet the criteria of mentoring and sponsoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like he showed up the day of the famous "you're firing" line, "you're fired," and didn't really pay attention to anything else, and he would say a couple things, say "you're fired," and then show up again the next time he had to fire somebody, and had no interaction with anybody in the rest of it. So it was frustrating because I especially like the celebrity editions because you get to know some of them and see some of their business acumen.
It's really great
And then he'd
celebrity.
fire
The
people based
invisible
on
celebrity
weird
was like
reasons.
the RuPaul's Celebrity Drag Race.
Yeah.
And that was
love that one.
everybody was completely. You didn't know who they were. You didn't get to see their face, and you wouldn't know, and you only saw them fully dragged out, male or female, until they lost, and then they would reveal who they were, and you'd be like, "Whoa, that transformation was so crazy!"
That's
and there were
awesome.
like some really well-known celebrities that did that, and it was just amazing.
So on that note, our show is over. It's after 9:00. It's time to get going and let everyone get back to their business. Even though Blake just commented on the Facebook page, said he would prefer, he would like to hear more Star Wars discussion.
Yes, Star Wars discussions. Yes, vote your commentary about Jar Jar here in the comments of the show because I don't buy that he was a Sith Lord. I just can't. It doesn't make sense. It's like Jar Jar was like a really bad Oscar the Grouch. I mean, you can't. I mean, no, he was not a Sith Lord. I just refuse.
Think about it, though.
I don't think so.
Think about it. I don't like him as a character.
I don't think so. I just can't see it. All right. You know what we did not have today?
What didn't we have today?
Craig did not play us back in from the break.
I know, I didn't.
I noticed that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, can he play us out? Are you going to play us out?
What do we have? An instrument here?
We have that guitar that is questionably tuned.
We have a mandolin next to you hanging on the wall.
We have a mandolin that's questionably tuned.
See if it's got a tune to it here.
We will find out. Ding, ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
Craig doesn't like my mandolin pick that I have on it.
It does have a pick on it?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, did it fall off?
Nope, it's in there.
Okay.
I don't mind.
He's gotta dig it out.
Any pick, really, as long as it works. Ooh, it's
All
a
right.
heavy pick. All right.
All right.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Yes.
Enjoy all the live music around town. Make sure to check out the karaoke nights and the blues jam on Sunday.
Stevens County
Fired
Fair.
Up Pizza, the Stevens County Fair.
Happening in Colville.
Right.
Blues and Brews Jam. Is there anything else we missed? Any other local events we missed?
Let me go back to the calendar.
Pretty light schedule this week, I think, for
Pretty
the fair.
light schedule. This has been your Friday morning show.
On KCHW 102.7. Northern Lights
Public
Radio.
It's 9.